Have nothing to lose, so call right now to qualify and receive a free consultation. You can terminate your timeshare legally and permanently, but you've got to call now. Call the number on your screen today.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Kevin Hodge. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, Marquette resident Margaret Brum is funding a recount of the recently passed Marquette Area Public Schools bond proposal. Plus, Governor Whitmer signs a major bipartisan plan for Keweenaw County. And recent polling shows President Trump's approval rating continues to slump. We'll have the details live from Washington, D.C. Your 19 News at 6 starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 6.
Dakota, good evening, sir. I'm hoping you're going to tell us this is going to be a beautiful week.
Well, for the most part, Kevin, it will be. We do have a few showers to go through, especially as we head into tomorrow morning. But then I think we're in good shape as we head through the rest of the week here. Let's take a look at Doppler Max, and we are quiet across the Upper Peninsula here tonight. But we will see a few showers scooting on by tomorrow morning. Look at the temperature difference from 41 from Copper Harbor all the way down towards Iron Mountain at 79 degrees, 73 here in the Marquette. We dip off into the 40s for tonight with scattered showers and even a little bit of fog. Complete details on all of it coming up in just a few.
Dakota, thank you very much. Earlier this morning, a small fire broke out in an Ishpeming apartment complex. At 4 a.m., the Ishpeming Fire Department was called out for a structure fire at Kanda Manor Apartments. Upon arrival, light smoke was showing from the third floor. 2 firefighters made entry and performed a primary search. Fire was found in a bathroom wall and quickly extinguished. Firefighters were on scene for nearly 2 hours, performing overhaul and checking for fire extension. All residents were able to get out safely and no injuries were reported. The cause of the fire is unknown at this time. The Marquette Area Public Schools bond proposal that successfully passed in the recent May 5th election is going to be recounted. No taxpayer money will be spent on the upcoming recount, as it will be paid for by a private individual. Marquette resident Margaret Brum has paid the Marquette County Clerk's Office $2,000 to recount the votes in 4 precincts from the May 5th election. Brum is basing her recount request on early reports she saw from a local media Facebook page that indicated the measure had failed. That report was taken down within minutes and a retraction was issued because the measure eventually passed.
So the initial reporting was that the bond issue had failed. The later reporting was that it had passed.
On Facebook, on their Facebook page.
On TV6's Facebook.
On TV6's Facebook page.
Brum has been outspoken against decisions made by the Marquette Area Public Schools in the past, having led an unsuccessful recall of 2 school board members following the mascot change for the high school. Governor Gretchen Whitmer has signed a bipartisan package of bills designed to help Keweenaw County manage the Keweenaw Heartlands project. The legislation creates a new local recreational authority that could eventually oversee more than 30,000 acres of forest land purchased by the Nature Conservancy in 2022 to prevent private development. State Representative Greg Markinen says the project will help keep the land publicly accessible while allowing local residents to guide its future.
Keweenaw County's really leading the way, I mean, with their mountain bike trails and everything else. And the scenery up there is just breathtaking. So it's going to be a win-win for the community and for the county and for the whole UP.
The governor's proposed budget also includes $6.5 million for the project as lawmakers continue those negotiations. According to a recent poll, the president's approval rating has hit a second-term low. The poll from the New York Times and Siena shows the president has a 37 approval rating. Our Washington, D.C. correspondent Rachel Knapp joins us live now. Rachel, good evening. Why are the approval numbers dropping for the president?
Well, good evening, Kevin. So according to the poll, people are upset over the president's handling of the economy and the war with Iran. But just because his numbers or his approval numbers are low, it doesn't mean people are satisfied with the Democratic Party. In a new poll from the New York Times and Siena, the president's approval rating is polling at 37%. While Republicans showed support of the president's job performance, about 2/3 disapproved of his handling of the economy. Nearly 2/3 of the people polled say the president's decision to go to war with Iran was the wrong decision. And as Americans deal with higher energy costs due to the war, 55% of people don't believe the war with Iran was worth the cost.
Presidents can always rebound in their approval rating, but over time, the downward trend is usually pretty consistent.
Approval ratings are a historical measure of how a president's party will fare in an election. As states head into their midterm elections, polls show Americans are increasingly concerned over the economy and the war with Iran.
When the president is what we call underwater, meaning that his disapproval numbers are higher than his approval numbers, as Donald Trump's are now, then we usually see the other party pick up double-digit seats in the House of Representatives. And even though these seats are gerrymandered to be pretty close right now, you could still see lots of pickups.
But just because the president's approval numbers are low, 70% of the people polled say they are dissatisfied with the Democratic Party.
Democrats' approval rating has been pretty low as well, although that's starting to change. Even though people don't like Donald Trump, they don't necessarily see Democrats as being a good alternate until recently. We're starting to see a tick up on what's called the generic ballot, which is a question where they ask people as of today, would you vote Republican or Democratic on your House race? And that's starting to creep up. So it looks like finally the Democrats are starting to take advantage of Donald Trump's unpopularity. The question is, will they be able to continue that until November?
Now, Kevin, the political scientist I spoke with, says there have been examples of president's approval ratings reversing. For example, President George W. Bush's approval rating increased following the Iraq invasion and the capture of Saddam Hussein. But he also adds that since the president went to war with Iran without getting support from our allies and the American people, that it has hurt his approval ratings. Kevin, back to you.
Rachel, thank you very much as always. President Trump's political influence is once again front and center after a major Republican primary upset in Louisiana and with another closely watched GOP battle unfolding in Kentucky. Our other D.C. correspondent Brendan Scanlon breaks down the president's strong influence despite a declining approval rating.
Longtime Senator Bill Cassidy failed to advance in Saturday's GOP primary, losing out to Trump-backed Congresswoman Julia Letlow and MAGA-friendly Louisiana State Treasurer John Fleming, who will both head to a runoff. Cassidy's loss, ending a two-decade career in public service at the end of this current term. The physician-turned-politician has served nearly 2 decades in Congress, first as a representative, then a senator since 2015.
Sometimes it doesn't turn out the way you want it to, but you don't pout. You don't whine. You don't claim the election was stolen.
In 2021, Cassidy was one of just 7 Republican senators to vote to convict President Trump after the January 6th Capitol riot.
Donald Trump does not forget, and Donald Trump does not forgive unless you come completely over to his side.
Despite Cassidy's conservative voting record, including support for most of Trump's cabinet nominees, judges, and legislative priorities, it wasn't enough to win back enough Republican primary voters, nor the support of President Trump.
In spite of the fact that Donald Trump's approval ratings are very low, he still remains incredibly popular among the Republican base. And those are the people who show up in a primary election where you have lower turnout.
Now, attention is shifting to another high-stakes Republican primary in Kentucky. Congressman Thomas Massie, a libertarian-leaning Republican who has clashed with his own party and the president over the war with Iran, the Epstein files, and government spending, is facing Trump-backed challenger Ed Gallrein.
Thomas Massie has every right to be concerned because he is behind in the polling right now that we have.
Reporting in Washington, Brendan Scanlon, WZMQ 19 News.
Your first warning weather forecast is after the break. Plus, as they celebrate 75 years of service, the Delta Conservation District has big plans this summer. And later, for your Life in the 906, Jim Koski will tell us all about his trip to Germany. We'll be right back.
New CBS Tonight.
The whole world feels like it's coming apart at the seams.
They took high-risk biohazard samples.
If that virus gets out,
it would wipe out half the city.
The Kent is season finale.
Fall back! Fall back!
A new FBI. CBS Tonight at a special time.
the mole is dead. All due respect, we're not finished. There's something bigger going on.
I just want answers, mate.
Let's go find them.
The season finale of CIA. CBS Tonight at a special time.
We examine lab results closely. We monitor treatment progress meticulously. But what we see is you. We see how cancer affects the life you lead and touches the love you share. Even as we practice the latest treatments and consider the most advanced options, what we see is how we can provide the best possible care for you. Healthcare is a lot of things, but the best care is human. Aspirus Cancer Care. What we see is you.
Jeff Mancini here with an incredible offer from Mighty Bite.
We're celebrating 15 years and the most lure patents in history. Mighty Bite looks, smells, sounds, feels, tastes, and swims like a wounded baitfish. With millions of pieces sold and fish being caught around the world, Mighty Bite's interchangeable adaptive features transforms the lure so it just works better in almost every fishing situation and for every type of fish. Catch more and bigger fish with Mighty Bite. Call or click today.
Tonight's weather is brought to you by Shunk Furniture.
It's Shunk Furniture's outdoor sale. A truckload of quality Amish-made furniture just arrived, over 200 pieces to choose from. Everything from pub tables and stools to end tables in the latest colors, like the Packers, Northern, even purple, or custom order in the colors you like. Adirondack chairs come 4 ways: the regular height seat, the folding, the glider, and the high seat to make it easy to get up. You can order benches and picnic tables too in the colors you like. Shop Shunks of Marquette today.
Now, from the 19 News Forecast Center, this is WZMQ 19.
Welcome back, everybody. 74 was our high temp today here into Marquette. A nice warm one here, almost a little over 10 degrees above average. And we'll continue to see some warm temperatures as we head into tomorrow. But that's going to be it for the warmth for at least a couple of days. But look at our temperatures right now as of 6 o'clock. Big temperature contrast. Up here, we've got Copper Harbor at 41. Iron Mountain, 79, close to 80 degrees at this hour. We got 73 into Marquette, 52 into Munising, so temperatures all over the board. We have a dense fog marine advisory, and I would not be shocked if this gets extended into the lakeshore communities for tonight, because it's going to be a foggy one. So this is your warning that if you're going to be out and about through the overnight hours, watch for some of this fog. It could be locally dense in spots, and we could be talking visibilities less than a quarter of a mile. So definitely take it slow. Doppler Max is quiet, but I wanted to point out this little line you see across south of Marquette, south of the radar site. I'll put this in time lapse for you. And this is what we call an outflow boundary. And this is where we have normally a little bit of a gusty wind kind of a situation moving up here. We have a boundary that's kind of stalled out across the region. And as we widen the view, you can see that the boundary is producing scattered showers and thunderstorms from Saginaw out towards Alpina and out towards Detroit as well. So all of that missing us, which is the good news. So we have no severe weather woes to worry about. But we will have a few showers tomorrow morning. Here's how Futurecast paints the overnight. A couple of isolated showers on the western half of the UP, possible, but I think our better chance of rain arrives as we head into morning. You see it kind of inching into view here. And as we head into the morning hours, just in time for the morning commute, 6, 7 o'clock tomorrow, it's going to be kind of a wet one. So rain gear might be a good idea. Windshield wipers will be on for the morning commute. The rain tapers off for the afternoon, but don't expect a lot of sunshine in the afternoon tomorrow. The clouds really stay socked in. We'll try to break apart some of the clouds, but we'll still call it mostly cloudy for the afternoon. Then as we head towards Wednesday, we clear out the clouds and the sunshine returns, but it will be a little bit chillier. Won't be as warm as it's been recently. In terms of additional rain accumulation, could pick up about 3/10 of an inch here into Marquette, maybe upwards of half an inch once you work out towards Iron River, and 2/10 once you work out towards Ironwood. Winds should not be too much of an issue for us over the next several days. Should be pretty light, about 5 to 10 miles per hour. May see some gustier winds here and there. But tomorrow, that's your last warm day because we're back into the 40s for Wednesday, mid-50s as we head towards Thursday. We're mainly dry all the way through the weekend as temperatures bounce up to near 70 next week with an isolated shower or two.
Dakota, thank you again. This year, the Delta Conservation District marks 75 years of serving the community. To celebrate, the district is moving its annual meeting on August 26th to Saunders Point Brewing, where the community can enjoy drinks, meet local vendors, and vote in the district board election. The district is hosting a native plant sale now through June 10th and invites the public to native plant trivia at Saunders Point on June 4th. District representatives will also be at local farmers markets throughout the summer.
It's really a celebration of all of the work that my staff and all of their programs have done over the past 75 years for Delta County. This will be the biggest celebration that we've done, and we also want to highlight what we want to do in the future. So we've had 75 years. What's the next 75 years going to look like?
We'll have more information on those events tonight at 11 and online at WZMQ19.com. Coming up next on your 19 News, CBS Radio is set to shut down this Friday after almost 100 years on air. We'll have the details after this.
Get an 11% rebate on everything for your home projects at Menards. Pfister creates thoughtfully designed faucets and fixtures that will fit perfectly with your style. Get this Rhea kitchen faucet for a value of $133.49 after rebate. Transform your bathroom with our great selection of Lion showers, bathtubs, and surrounds. They're easy to install and keep clean. Get this linear tub shower for a value of $619.99 after rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Anything that's wrong with America can be fixed by what's right in America. We are defined more by our shared values and our differences, and we're having a conversation about how.
My family's been in business for 70 plus years. We really needed to stress that this is not just a running store. Our running shoes are good for everybody.
It's about the people out in the community who are in the workforce. All those people really benefit from the proper footwear and structure that a running shoe can provide.
They might come in limping, almost like a miracle, walk out of here dancing. It's more than shoes. There's a caring that doesn't exist in a lot of businesses anymore.
Hard Rock Bet Casino is here, Michigan. Roll with us.
There's a brand new welcome offer on Hard Rock Bet. And as always, what you see when you sign up is actually what you get. More bonus spins than ever. 500 bonus spins. That means 500 chances to win real cash. And if you're not up money after your first day playing slots, you get up to $1,000 back for another shot. So you can play again with a casino bonus on us. Roll with Michigan's newest casino app. For promos in the spotlight, no gimmicks.
Watch the Medical Minute, Thursdays at 6 and 11, only on 19 News. Brought to you by OSF Healthcare.
I'm Drew Carey from The Price is Right here on TV 19.
You're watching WZMQ 19 News, live and local, with Kevin Hodge.
Welcome back, everyone. CBS News Radio will sign off this Friday after nearly a century on the air. Hundreds of millions of listeners have tuned in over the decades to an organization that helped invent broadcast news. Bradley Blackburn sat down with familiar voices to look back and listen.
Good morning, I'm Steve Kathan.
The voices of Steve Kathan and Deborah Rodriguez.
New Iranian attacks
are familiar for millions of listeners. Part of the CBS News radio team that's on 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
I've always thought that it's so important to get a thorough message out to listeners.
It's an American institution. I mean, it's a place where broadcast journalism was born.
For more than 15 years, Kathan has anchored the World News Roundup, the longest-running network newscast in history.
Just that sort of linkage makes you want to lift your game up.
The first roundup aired in 1938.
This is Bob Trout speaking to you from New York, opening Columbia's shortwave transatlantic program.
And through World War II, CBS News Radio, led by Edward R. Murrow, became vital for the nation.
Hello, America. This is Edward Murrow speaking from London. There were more German planes over the coast of Britain today than at any time since the war began.
You didn't work for Murrow if you couldn't write well.
Former CBS News anchor Dan Rather grew up listening to those broadcasts.
CBS Radio should be remembered for becoming a national institution. Very important to the development of news other than newspapers.
We're out there covering the war in Iran right now. What's going on there? What's happening in the Strait of Hormuz?
Dustin Gervais manages CBS News Radio Today. We went to the old newsroom where Walter Cronkite once anchored.
This wall was the map that was behind Walter Cronkite when he was doing broadcasts.
And radio correspondents used typewriters and reel-to-reel tape to report history.
This morning, divers taken to the scene by another mini-submarine.
What we do here at CBS has continued from when we started in the 20s to today.
A couple of presidential inaugurations along the way.
People visits.
Yeah.
I remember doing a bunch of those.
For journalists who've covered it all, their own sign-off is a defining moment.
I think the heart and soul of an era in news telling is going to be lost.
You think about people who have done it previously and the history behind it all, it's been a real honor.
The voices delivering the news.
I'm Peter King.
I'm Wendy Gillette.
I'm Jennifer Kuiper.
Leaving their own legacy.
I'm Allison Keyes.
I'm Christopher Cruz.
I'm Cammie McCormick.
I'm Stacy Lynn.
I'm Michael Wallace.
I'm Linda Kenyon.
This is CBS News.
CBS News Radio is carried by 700 affiliates nationwide and reaches more than 20 million people every week. Now, don't go away, because coming up next, Jim Koski has your life in the 906. Stay tuned.
New CBS Tonight.
The whole world feels like it's coming apart at the seams.
They took high-risk biohazard samples.
If that virus gets out,
it would wipe out half the city.
The Kent season finale.
Fall back! Fall back!
A new FBI. CBS Tonight at a special time.
the mole is dead. All due respect, we're not finished. There's something bigger going on. I just want answers, mate. Let's go find them.
The season finale of CIA. CBS Tonight at a special time.
Update your home with new GE appliances from Kirkish Furniture and Houghton. GE appliances are built to last, have print-resistant finishes, and offer high performance with energy efficiency. Kirkish has a large selection for both kitchen and laundry. Free delivery and 0% financing.
Tony's Green Thumb in Bark River is open for business. Tony's is your one-stop shop for all your garden and flower needs. Known for a huge variety of big, beautiful baskets, gorgeous planters, and over 600 varieties of vegetables and flowers to choose from. Open daily, come see why people travel over 100 miles to Tony's Green Thumb. Tony's Green Thumb, where beautiful gardens begin.
Did you know most of what you throw away can be recycled? At Recycle 906, we accept more than just cardboard and jugs. We take plastics, metals, paper, and more. Recycle smarter, bring it to us. See what we accept at recycle906.com.
I have moderate to severe plaque psoriasis, but thanks to Skyrizi and clearer skin, I'm all in. Most people saw 90% clearer skin from head to toe. Skyrizi is only 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Nothing on my skin means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi.
Jim Koski, welcome back to the States, my friend. How was your trip?
You know what, Kevin? I had a great time in Germany last week, buying chocolate, eating some great food, buying more chocolate, eating some of the chocolate, and visiting a place I hadn't been, Saarbrücken. There are a lot of ways in which Saarbrücken and the UP are alike, one of the biggest being iron ore. Now, their mines closed decades ago, and they've taken that history and turned it into all kinds of attractions. There's one specifically that I think we should consider doing ourselves. Now, you know Mount Tilden, right? The tailings pile from the Tilden and Empire mines that is now, depending upon who you ask, either the second or third highest point in the state of Michigan. Well, they have one of those hills near Saarbrücken, and they've done something awesome with it. May I present the Saar Polygon. This is an incredible structure. You climb this big tailings pile and you come across this thing. Depending upon where you're standing and at which angle you're viewing it, it has a different shape. It's one of the most unique things I've ever seen, and it all exists because of an old iron ore mine. Now, I know that Tilden still has decades of life left, and I'm guessing not many people have given thought about what should happen to Mount Tilden when it finally shuts down. So just let me plant this idea in your head. We build our own version of the polygon, let's call it the Upgon, on top of what should by then be the highest point in the state of Michigan. I mean, we already celebrate everything from outhouses to giant mushrooms, so why not a giant sculpture on top of a big pile of rocks? I tell you what, just think about it for now, and in a couple of decades, let's pull the idea out and consider it a little more. By then, I'm hoping that I'll be finished with all the chocolate I picked up last week, and we can then start serious work on the Upgon. I'm Jim Koski, always thinking, and that's another slice of life in the 906.
You are always thinking, Jim, and I hope you were thinking of us here. I hope you brought something back.
I did indeed. You have chocolate, Kevin, which means that I only have 38,999 bars left.
Oh, very good, Jim. Thank you very much. And don't forget to join Jim weekday afternoons on Q107 WMQT. A beloved Marquette tradition is almost here to welcome in the summertime with a patriotic twist this year. WZMQ's Andrew Hands has the details on this year's Petunia Pandemonium.
If you're driving into Marquette anytime soon, you'll begin to notice hundreds of flowers planted along US 41.
We have about 20 different kinds of flowers that we plant every year.
For the 39th annual Petunia Pandemonium, the area's Beautification and Restoration Committee has once again combined its forces with Nagelkirk Gardens to brighten the southern entrance of downtown Marquette.
I work with Fred from Nagelkirk's, and he helped me pick out all the flowers, and I'm pretty excited to see how it all looks when we get them in the ground.
This year is a special mark for the United States. Petunia Pandemonium will feature beds of reds, whites, and blues, following quite a bit of digging to find just the right colors for the roadside project.
For America's 250th, we'll be using some flowers that we've never used before.
I have a bunch of really beautiful salvia. Everyone's going to be really excited to see. Lots of volvulus. It's going to be a new plant to the community. It gets a beautiful true blue. That's a really hard color to come by in the flower world. Nice sun patience, red and white. Doing a bunch of wave petunias this year. It's going to look really nice.
For both organizations, the tradition has perfected the first impressions of summer in Marquette.
It's really kind of an honor to be part of something so nice that really makes the community, you know, pop when you come into town. I feel like we might kind of get used to it, but when you first drive into Marquette, if you've never been here before, it's really quite stunning.
Each time around, the project welcomes hundreds of volunteers, including 250 Bothwell Middle School 7th graders. These students will plant flowers on the east side of US 41 South on the morning of Friday, May 29th, before community volunteer planters will plant on the west side on Saturday, May 30th. Reporting in Marquette, Andrew Hands, WZMQ 19 News.
Now stay tuned. When we come back, Dakota Hunter will have our final look at weather. We'll see you in a couple minutes.
Now through May at Fox Marquette Subaru. Lease a 2026 Subaru Outback Premium for $395 a month for 36 months. Fox Marquette Subaru. Experience the difference.
Planning your next trip? Start it close to home at Marquette Sawyer Regional Airport. With convenient service on American, Delta, and United, you'll enjoy flexible flight options to Chicago, Detroit, and Minneapolis with expanded United service starting in October. Save time, skip the long drive, and fly local with confidence. Book your flight today at sawyerairport.com.
Doug Garrison here for Budget Windows. We had no idea. That's what customers say when they see and price Budget Windows. They had no idea that Budget Windows carries the highest rated replacement windows money can buy. So if you need new windows and want the best of the best without breaking your budget, call Budget Windows. Best built, best backed, best price. And remember, you always get triple glass for the price of double. Now that's a good idea.
Kelly's all new.
That's so sorry. I'm a professional. Kelly Riley and Colehauser. From Yellowstone to Dutton Ranch.
Welcome to Texas, honey. 3,400 rattlesnakes we caught.
Tell you what, nothing will make me run faster. Next, Kelly. I know people must come up to you.
The only ones that are a little weird are the older ladies when they've had a few drinks, you know what I mean?
The Kelly Clarkson Show, tomorrow at 5 on WZMQ CBS.
Now through May at Fox Marquette Subaru. Lease a 2026 Subaru Crosstrek base for $329 a month for 36 months. Fox Marquette Subaru. Experience the difference.
All right, rain chances going up as we head into tomorrow morning. So for that morning commute, you're going to have the rain gear ready. But as we head to the afternoon, the rain tapers off and we'll be in pretty good shape here as we head towards really the rest of this week. I really don't have any rain for you outside of tomorrow morning. Let's break down the next 7. So tomorrow's the last warm day, so enjoy it, because we go into the 40s and 50s by the middle of the week, but then temperatures start going up by next week with a few more isolated showers. More details tonight at 11.
Sounds good, Dakota. Thank you again. And finally tonight, it was a perfect Saturday afternoon to get outside, and dozens of families did just that. The 8th annual Sharing Nature with Children event, hosted by Marquette Algerisa, brought a plethora of families together. Kids planted seeds, went fishing, read campfire stories, and enjoyed a free hot dog, while parents had the chance to connect with each other and community resources. Organizers say in an age where technology dominates and parenting can feel isolating, getting outside together matters more than ever. That's all the time we have for right now, everyone. We got more headlines coming your way at 11:10 Central. See you then.
Good to be with you. I'm Tony DeCopel. The breaking news right now. Deadly shooting, San Diego.